surprises WWE has given us lately, there's not really a shock that they changed up this week's SmackDown main event. Originally, it was AJ Styles versus Rusev. The winner goes on to be on Team SmackDown for Survivor Series. But that's not what the app informed us about a week ago. Now, it's AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal for the championship. Now, this is going to be a little strange. Now, yes, we had the Usos are supposed to be defending their belts either this week or the week after against Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. But the thing that's most shocking is AJ versus Jinder came out of nowhere. Considering AJ was supposed to have a match against Rusev going into Team SmackDown, something must have changed massively in the creative. Here's my take on it. AJ is going to win. Now, I say this for many reasons. One, Jinder could have failed the drug test. If you look at the guy's man boobs, you can see that he's on steroids. It's very obvious that he's using something that's not natural. You can tell by the amount of veins that he has, and really he just doesn't look like he built that up naturally. Maybe he failed the drug test. Or WWE finally lost faith in him, which I really hope they did. No offense, Jinder's a terrible, terrible champion. He just sucks. And Jinder versus Brock, no one wanted to see that match to begin with. We all hated it when we found out it was going to happen. And that was going to be my pee break. Or flip on video games and play a couple matches. I didn't even want to see this match. Now let's put it into this. AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Now we have heads turning. Now we have people who actually want to see a match. Now going into Survivor Series, it's going to be a lot smarter to have the phenomenal one versus the Beast, because you can build that to be a great match. You can have AJ Styles, he's actually a contender against Brock Lesnar. Instead of the modern day Maharaja, he's no contender against Brock Lesnar. And going into this makes Brock Lesnar winning at Survivor Series a lot easier to cover up. Versus Jinder versus Brock, here's the problem here. Jinder doesn't compete on SmackDown. If you ever notice that, he only cuts promos. And on top of that, he's only had 3 to 4 SmackDown matches since winning the belt. Either they have no faith in him and their wrestling abilities, or they just don't want him to wrestle other than pay-per-views. But every single win by Jinder Mahal had to do with the Singh brothers, which means that they all came through disqualification, or the Great Khali. So right now, Jinder isn't really winning his matches, but he's winning them by DQ. And if you put him up against Brock Lesnar, a guy who doesn't lose on pay-per-view, you're not going to see him once every 2 to 3 months for him to lose, and all that totally kills him as being the Beast, the big guy, the man that you can wait 90 days to defend his belt. So here you go, you put those two people on that, you can't have them lose on pay-per-view, and if Brock loses, it makes him lose weak. If Jinder loses, it really just hurts SmackDown even more than he's doing it. So by flipping it and adding AJ Styles, now if AJ loses, they can have this whole angle where AJ won the belt and he couldn't keep up the SmackDown name, and you can throw him against anyone with the championship and have a good angle there. But if Jinder loses, what do you have to work with? Really nothing. So yeah, this is just a short video on who I think is going to win the belt. AJ Styles is going to take the belt off of Jinder on SmackDown. You heard it here first. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, because as always, more to come.